that I'm sending out to a Namibian child, Namibian young people. Most of the time, young people are comfortable with renting a flat or an apartment or staying in their parents' house. It's good when you're young to do that. But when you're financially smart, you will invest into a property, still stay in your mother's house and rent it out and get money back. But if you decide, no, fine, I'm not ready, I've not settled, I'm not going to buy a house and stuff like that. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, Memory Garunga speaking. Thank you very much if you are new, and for the golden oldies, I'm really appreciative of you guys. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I want to grow my YouTube channel from 200 subscribers right now up to 1,000 subscribers. I know that we can do this with the help of God, and with your help, I know that we can definitely reach that goal. And I'm excited to share um, new things with you guys. I am working on a new project, and definitely you guys will see it soon. So I don't want to overshare. Sometimes if you overshare, things does not happen. So you guys just be excited about something new that I'm doing. I didn't know that it's going to happen like that, but it has happened. Glory be to God. I know you guys are excited to hear me say something like that, but it is definitely something that is excited. So today we are going to talk all things money, darling. Um, I am a person that really loves talking about money because I think that I'm one of the people that has been financially smart from a young age. And the reason why I've been financially smart from a young age is I have seen poverty at the first degree, like the first level. I've seen poverty at that level, and I knew that I don't want to remain in poverty, and I want to build something for myself. And I'm really, really glad that I had accounting and business studies. These days they have entrepreneurship, so I'm glad that I had that. Accounting and business studies really, really opened my eyes and made me to invest into the things that I have invested today. I just want to tell a little story about property investment. Um, you see, when my parents passed on, if you are OGs, you know that my parents have died in a car accident and all that 10 years ago. This is going to be the 10th year that I'm living without my parents. When my parents passed on in a car accident, then my parents were living in a family home, which my uncle had built, and then it was inherited by my grandmother, and it was inherited down to my. So, as I said earlier, if I received a call, as I said earlier, when my parents passed on, like after my mom had inherited that family house, then my grandfather decided that no, he's gonna sell the house where we grew up, that house that was inherited by so many generations, okay, from my uncle, my grandma to my mom, and then I was living in it. And then my grandfather decided he's selling the house because of reasons known to him. And I was like, okay, fine. My parents are dead now. I've got three brothers to care for. I got a son. That time I had David. I got a son, and I have nowhere to literally go. I was thinking, what will then happen to us? We will be renting for the rest of our lives. We need to look for a place where we call home. So I was in a dilemma. I was working that time at the office of the governor as a secretary, and as you guys know, that was a contractual position. I was bounded to the contract of the governor. Whenever the president decides he's going to reshuffle or he's going to take another governor, that I'm jobless immediately. So that was the predicament that I was in. So I could not afford to buy a house. If I happen to buy a house, I'm only having a 5-year contract. Then what will happen? Then this house will be repossessed again. So I have been praying and saying, God, please, 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 I need a house. We need to buy a house. We need to buy a house because seriously, we cannot live like that. So I've been wanting a house. So I've been praying very hard and I've been working hard, looking for houses. I've been looking for old houses to buy and to call it home. But then later on, I've been also looking, checking out for other jobs. I've been applying and doing stuff like that. I was not sleeping. And by the grace of God, I got a job, a permanent job in the government. And though it was paying way less than what I had, I decided to take that job because I just needed to buy a house. So I had these vengeance against like life. I didn't have revenge against anybody. I had a vengeance against life, and I wanted to to prove that okay, fine, Grandpa, you sold our house. We've nowhere to go, and now I'm gonna get house for me and my brothers. I just waited my probation to end, and when once my probation, actually, while I was still on probation, I started looking for houses. So my probation ended, and immediately my probation ended in August, and in December, like already, I'd moved in that house already. So I've been house hunting, and unfortunately, I was staying in Grootfontein. I mean, I was working in Okashoro. It is a village some 60 kilometers away from Grootfontein towards the road of Rundu, somewhere there. It is in Okakarara constituency. So I've been working there. So I just decided the nearest town is Grootfontein. Let me look for houses because Ochivarango has got a lot of bad memory. Or I was not over the fact of Ochivarango yet, so I didn't really wanted to stay in Ochivarango. So I just opted, let me buy a house in Grootfontein, which will be a bit nearer. My children are growing up, and that time I was also expecting my second daughter, which is Laquisha. So I just decided, okay, fine, let me get a house. And I was really ready to settle down in Grootfontein. I don't know why, but I just got comfortable because of the fact of owning a house. I bought, then me and my husband, we decided to buy our first house in Grootfontein. And then, like, I believe that the value of a house does not depreciate, it always accumulates. But the value of cars and all the other things are depreciating. So I just wanted to invest in a house and get a second house and then get another house and another house and another house. I then managed, God blessed me, God is good enough, and God blessed me with several houses that we purchased, me and my husband, and we're doing business out of it. The reason why I'm telling you this story, it's not for me to brag. Yes, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that God has blessed us in that way. God has been good. But um, it did not just fall from manna. We had to be hard on ourselves. We had to practice self discipline, not spending a lot of money. We had to save a lot. We had to give up a lot of things in order for us to have all those things that we were having. We worked so hard. We were never handed anything. We never inherited anything. Everything we had, we start from scratch. The importance here is it is very important for you to own a property while you're young. So this is the message that I'm sending out to a Namibian child, Namibian young people. Most of the time, young people are comfortable with renting a flat or an apartment or staying in their parents' house. It's good when you're young to do that. But when you're financially smart, you will invest into a property, still stay in your mother's house and rent it out and get money back. But if you decide, no, fine, I'm not ready, I've not settled, I'm not going to buy a house and stuff like that. So I am proud of myself and I'm proud that I got a husband that is wise as mine that helped me achieve all these dreams. I am just telling all the young people do not think that it is a scam to buy a house. 20 years seems to be long, but just imagine me, I have been working for now 13 years, and it seems like it was just yesterday that I started working. I've been out of school for almost 14, I don't know how many years I've been out of school. I've been out of school for so many years. If I had an opportunity to buy a house by the time I started working first, I would have been almost down the line with the repayment of my house. So if many of us would sit down and check how many years we have wasted not purchasing a house, and you want to purchase the house by the time you're 40, then you're just only left with 20 years, and by the time you're done paying off your house, you cannot even reinvest in another house. It is very, very crucial for you to be smart and invest in a house. The same amount that you are paying, like for rent, some people are paying as much as 10,000 for rent. That money you can just use it to commit yourself into a bond and buy a house. The mistake that I did, the bad thing about it is that I did is the location where I bought my house was not so good, which is Grootfontein. I bought my house in Grootfontein. I've been struggling to sell it, but goodness, I'm selling it. So I did not really sit and think about the location, but the good thing is the value which I bought that house for has already increased, and I'm gonna get much more back from it. I also renovated the house. I not actually renovate. I also extended the house and I increased the value of the house. When I'm gonna sell that house, I'm gonna sell it for 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 3 times much as I bought it. When I'm officially selling, I'll break down the figures to you guys so that you can know for what I bought the house, how it looked like. I have some pictures how it looked like, and then how I transformed it and how it is renovated and how I'm selling it right now. So it is very, very important to invest into a property. Right now, when I sell that house, then I can get another property again, aside from other properties that I also own. So it is very important for you as a young person to think about your future and the future of your children. Don't just think that it is good to rent today. Even if you are in a small town like Okakarara, wherever, Otavi, wherever, just purchase yourself a house. It never loses value and you never go wrong by buying a house. A house is a stable asset that you cannot go wrong about. Uh, it is an asset that actually comes with land, a blessing that comes with land from God. So you will never go wrong by buying land, by buying a house. A car, you can, like the moment you buy a car and drive out of the yard, it depreciates already, it loses its value. But a house always accumulates, the market goes up, and there's just good, juicy things happening about property. Always, always invest into house. The Bible says that um wise man leaves inheritance for his children. These things that we're investing in, it's not things that we're investing for ourselves. It's things that we're investing for our children and their children's and the generation to come. So if you are wise, you will leave an inheritance for your children. Do not just sit there and then, like, by the time your mates have properties to share with their children, and your mates grandchildren have properties from their grandparents, you have nothing to give to your grandchildren. But it's not that you didn't have opportunities. Use the opportunities we have. We are saying that our country is corrupt and all that things, but we have great opportunities. Young people are employed, young people are in possession, or they are capable of buying houses. Though most of us will say no, 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 the economy and stuff. No, you can always make a dollar out of a 50 cent. If I could do it, I mean, you can also do it. There are people that have much more higher salaries than I do, but they do not own houses just because of the choices we make. Most of the time, we go first into debts. We take markups, we take fortune, we take whatever and whatever, and then we buy our things on credit, and we can't afford to buy a house. The first thing that you need to buy and commit yourself to, I think, should be a house before you commit yourself to markups, through worth, and all those places. And guys, before you even start getting children, remember to invest into a house. I know that I've chit-chat a lot right now about properties and houses and stuff like that. I'm no expert. I am not a advisor. I am just saying what I experienced in my life and I've seen happening and I've seen working for me. So if you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, guys, so that we can grow this channel. Thank you very much for watching All Things Finances. Thank you. I am really appreciative of you guys watching my YouTube channel. See you in the next one.